Basketball fans, we welcome you back to Beardstown High School. We're in the Tigers' Den for night number 4 of the 7th annual Beardstown Tiger Classic. Wrapping up pool play tonight here on Friday as somebody's moving on to the third place contest out of our second game here tonight. It's the Galesburg Sophomore Silver Streaks with a record of 1-1 taking on the Southeastern Suns, also the similar record of 1-1 here in our 6:30 contest. You're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We're going to come back after a couple of minutes of sponsors who were so kind to bring you high school basketball all season long here on Central Illinois Sports, and we'll get you ready for our second contest of tonight between the Galesburg Sophomores and Southeastern. We're back in 2 minutes.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rewards checking, I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
They have 3 requirements each month, and if they meet those requirements, we will pay them the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now.
At this time, it is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
it gives you protection with credit monitoring, cell phone protection.
Prevent identity theft at a reasonable cost.
It's watching out for you.
And every 90 days you get an update on it, so the peace of mind of that's very nice.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the perfect gifts for this holiday season.
Come in and check out all of the great gift ideas like hunting accessories, clothing, gun safes, guns and bows.
Let Game Masters help you with your holiday shopping.
Go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection.
And don't forget gift cards for those hard-to-buy loved ones. Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
Game Masters in Quincy. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Welcome you back here live on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank with locations in Barry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal. They serve the entire region and beyond. And check out that online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Getting you ready here tonight for the Southeastern Suns and the Galesburg Sophomore Silver Streaks. Both teams with 1 win. Both teams with 1 loss here this week. For Southeastern, they defeated Brown County 56-39 in our middle game on Monday evening. Came back on Wednesday night, lost to the host team, Beardstown, in a really fun contest, 53-45, in a night that saw a lot of fouls called in our 8 p.m. nightcap, and Beardstown was able to hold on for the 8-point win. This is not Danny Stevens' team anymore, Jared, but I think from the first 2 nights we've seen a lot to like out of the guys like Owen Rigg, Griffin Tippy, Mason Fry, Aiden Akers. What have you seen from this Southeastern squad that you have liked over their first 2 games of the tournament?
They can be a thorn in your side at times.
That's a great way to put it. They are pesky defensively. This team gets their hands in the passing lanes. Tippy and Rigg are 2 strong, stout guards. These are kids that are not afraid to bump with you. They are both fast. They are both physical. They are really, after the absence of Danny Stevens, I think a lot of people looked to say who will be the leaders on this Sun squad, and you've seen that in those 2 guys. They've got a lot of length. You've got guys like Mason Fry, the 6'4" forward inside as the senior, along with Aiden Akers, the 6'3" forward, rounding out that starting 5. For Southeastern, you're going to have Carter Hitz, the 6-foot senior, who is a nice little all-around player and a real pesky guy defensively. Now, this bench is not very deep. We won't be mincing any words here, but we've seen some nice minutes out of guys like Owen Northern, along with Tristan Hester, James Landon, and the main man that comes off the bench is Jaron Henry, the 6'3 junior, a lanky kid who's able to knock down some shots. So there's a lot to like about this Southeastern Suns team. They've got to stay out of foul trouble. They got into foul trouble against Beardstown. We did not see a lot of minutes out of Owen Rigg on Wednesday night, and that hurt things, but what a night out of Griffin Tippie, able to handle that ball, get through that Tigers press, and really keep the team in. On the opposite side for Mark Hardin's Galesburg Sophomores, their week has looked like this. They showed up on Monday night, lost to Beardstown 54-37. This game was still within striking distance for Galesburg with about 7 points difference about halfway through the third. Came back the next night, took on Brown County, and ended up defeating Brown County 51-50 on a late-minute shot from Jackson Wyatt. Or is that the correct name? Let me make sure I've got it. Yes, Jackson Wyatt, the sophomore forward, to help give the Galesburg Sophomores a surprise win here. The winner of this game will go to the third-place contest. And if it's going to happen tonight for Galesburg, it's going to be in the hands of guys like Keegan Krumer, the crafty little sophomore point guard on this squad, along with Toby Kavunia, a nice little swing guard for this team. Demetrius Watson is a nice little do-it-all defensive player, along with Darnell Curtis, who will come off the bench. Rakeem McClellan is the big man inside for this squad, who has really got a lot of extra weight to him from last season when we saw him as a freshman. And Jackson Wyatt is the man that can work inside out for this team. He's a long, tall sophomore forward who knocked down the big game-winning shot for Galesburg. Mark Hardin's squad has a lot of guys that can come off the bench, including Gabe Irizarry, a freshman who can knock down the shot. We saw Shadrach Bazau come in and knock down some three-pointers here on Wednesday night. And we've also seen a lot of minutes from guys like Jack Pickrell, Pierre Welcome, and more. Not a bad little squad here for this sophomore team from Galesburg. We'll see if they're up to the task tonight against a pesky Scun squad. 2 minutes left here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you ready for starting lineups and more. It's game number 2 of 3 tonight. We're glad you're joining us here from Beardstown.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Welcome you back here as we get you ready for basketball on Central Illinois Sports. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. Snacks, hoodies, power tools, and lawn chairs. No other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. Go check out that amazing Black Friday sale they've got going this weekend. Starting lineup for Brandon Gooding, Southeastern Suns. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 0 is Griffin Tippie. At point guard, the 5'10 senior, number 3 is Owen Rigg. At the third guard, a 6-foot senior, number 13 is Carter Hitz. And the inside, the 6'4 senior forward is number 24, Mason Fry. And the fifth starter at forward is 6'1 junior, number 25 is Aiden Akers. On the opposite side for Mark Hardin's Galesburg sophomore streaks. At point guard is the sophomore, number 3, Keegan Krumer. Number 10 is a guard, sophomore, number 11, Toby Kavunia. Third guard is number 20, a sophomore, Demetrius Watson. On the inside is the sophomore, number 32, Rakeem McClellan. And getting the start tonight is the inside man, the big 6-foot sophomore, number 34, Pierre Welcome. Officials are ready. Coaches are ready here. We're ready to go as well. We're so glad you're joining us alongside Brian Shoemaker, Jared French, and G-Money, Gavin Hilgenbrink. Your crew here tonight for Central Illinois Sports, as it's going to be Aiden Akers lining up against Rakeem McClellan. Galesburg in the home whites tonight with black numbers and silver trim. For the Suns, they'll be in their road black jerseys tonight, yellow letters and purple piping down the side. Ball goes up. It'll go down into the hands of Fry here, and we are underway here tonight at Beardstown for game number 2 of 3. Griffin Tippy will take the basketball for the Suns' first possession here. They work it down into Fry. Now down into Hits. Goes up and high jumper. No good. In and out. Comes down into the hands of Crummer. Crummer takes the basketball down. The crafty little sophomore guard here for Galesburg as the Streaks get their first possession of the game. They are going to have to get around this really stingy Suns defense if they're going to make things happen here. They get the basketball into McClellan. He goes up high with the hand and good. Rakeem McClellan gets the first basket of the ball game here, and Galesburg gets an early 2-0 lead. Tippy drives in hard. Tippy goes in. Give Tippy the basket, the foul, and he's going to go to the free throw line as we take a quick look at the Northwestern. Galesburg gets an early 2-0 lead. Tippy really knows how to get to the basket. Hard. Tippy goes in. Glass. He'll get the foul, and we'll go to the line here. Just underway here in the first quarter. As Tippy goes to the free throw line. Free throw is no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of McClellan. This Streak squad had to open up the tournament against a full court press from Beardstown. They were able to eventually start to work through that a little bit. Didn't see as much full court pressure against Brown County. And this team really rebounded well against the Hornets and were able to cause a lot of turnovers. They'll get the basketball back out to Cavunia. Front of the Galesburg jerseys with that G logo up top and the numbers down towards the stomach area. Nice little entry pass to McClellan. McClellan gets it on the nice entry pass from Cavunia. And the Streaks are up 4-2 here. 6:35 left in the first quarter on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Hits up with it on the fadeaway jumper. He'll knock it down. Carter Hits knocks it down. Give him 2, and we're back tied 4-4. Winner goes to the third place game tomorrow. Loser comes back at noon. Off of the turnover. They get it down to Owen Rigg. Rigg gets it quickly down from Tippy. It's a 6-4 advantage now for the Suns. Suns steal on the Rigg to steal. He goes up with it, puts it in for 2 more. Owen Rigg gets 4 quick points. And it's a 4-point advantage for Southeastern. Mark Harden wants the Adams Fiber Network timeout. Top-notch local computer sales and repair services. Adams experts are your go-to when your computer goes down. 217-214-3423. We're back in 30 seconds.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Mark Harden takes the timeout for Galesburg as 4 quick points gives the Suns the advantage from Owen Rigg. Streaks will have the basketball looking to cut back into that deficit. Welcome gives the pick to Krumer. He'll pull back out to the volleyball line and they'll give it another try as Welcome trying to get posted up against Rigg. Cavunia with it, stops at the free throw line. They work it back over to the right side to Demetrius Watson. McClellan will come up for the pick. Nothing there on the pick and roll. Streaks will have to reset here. Watson's picked up his dribble. He's got to get rid of it. Gets it now back over on the left side to Krumer. He drives in the lane. Nothing there is Rigg able to close out quickly. Now they get it back to McClellan. Travel violation on the Streaks is going to turn the basketball over. It'll be a Suns ball here with 5:21 left to go here in the first. A nice week here at Beardstown. Elliot Craig, Josh Sorrells, Wendy McClenning, Eric Anderson, the rest of the gang here does a nice job putting on this tournament every week during Thanksgiving. We're so glad you're taking some time to join us here as well to enjoy high school basketball in the first week of the season. Suns with the basketball. Kick out goes to Fry. He knocks it down from long range. Mason Fry gets the triple, and the Suns open up a 7-point advantage here. 4:53 left to go in the first quarter. Cavunia stops at the free throw line, gets it back to Welcome behind the arc. McClellan, the lone man in the paint now for Galesburg as Watson has it. Watson, baseline drive against Tippy, loses it off his feet, picks it back up, and the officials say he'll step on the end line. It'll be a turnover against Galesburg, as now Jack Pickrell will check in, the freshman forward wearing number 30, as Welcome will get a breather on the bench. Suns quickly push the tempo. Akers now down in 2 hits. He'll try and spin around. Goes up with the right hand. Off the back of the iron, no good. McClellan will come in for the big rebound. This is Krumer. Gets it over to Kavunia. Pickrell trying to establish some position here on the post, trying to set a pick, and now will get it to Watson as they work it around to the left side. McClellan now the man coming up high for the pick. Galesburg showing a little bit of patience here, and they're going to have to against this stingy defense of Southeastern. Watson, 3-ball from the right corner is good. Demetrius Watson knocks it down for 3. 11-7 advantage for Southeastern, and they've got the basketball now. It's Akers, baseline drive, goes up and under with the right hand. Nice move from Aiden Akers. He'll put it in for 2. It's a 13-7 advantage. Off the really pretty layup there from Aiden Akers. Krumer with the basketball. Pickrell flashes high. Trying to get it into McClellan, and they do 10 feet away from the basket, and it's going to be a travel violation. As they say, he shuffled the feet before he got the dribble going. Beardstown in Brown County, our third game coming up here tonight. Beardstown trying to solidify its shot in the championship against the West Central Cougars. Southeastern gets into its offensive rhythm here. They get the basketball to Rigg. He takes one dribble into the lane, goes up with the left hand, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Watson. 3:13 left to go here in the opening quarter. Krumer drives in, stops at the elbow, gives it to Pickrell. He gets rid of it now quickly to Watson. He'll drive in. Now it gets tipped away from Hitz. It's a steal for Southeastern. Here come the Suns. Hitz goes coast to coast but gets tipped away from Kavunia. And it'll be Southeastern basketball underneath their own hoop with 2:54 left to go. Brandon Gooding, the new man at the helm here on the Suns bench, following the departure of Brett Ufkus after a nice tenure with Southeastern. Brett had went through some rough years there, record-wise, with the Southeastern Suns, and really got to experience some great times and decided it was time to step away there at Southeastern, and now Brandon Gooding takes over. Rigg drives in, up with the right hand, off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Tippy on the long rebound. Fry with it, quick pass into Rigg. He drives in between 2 defenders, goes up, and a nice move from Owen Rigg. Rigg and Tippy, I'll tell you what, folks, they are not bad guards here, and they are really starting to show out this week here at Beardstown. Krumer dribbled into double coverage. They whip the ball around to Watson. His 3-ball is no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Aiden Akers. And you're seeing guys like Aiden Akers, who has physically gotten a lot stronger from last year. Mason Fry has put on some pounds. This is a really stout, nice-looking starting 5 here for Southeastern. Tippy, no good. Rebound comes down to Fry. He goes up with a hand. He'll get fouled, and Mason Fry will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots.
Fouls on the Silver Streaks, number 11, Toby Kavunia.
Foul will go against Toby Kavunia. It'll be his first, team second, as Mason Fry will go to the free throw line. He's got 3 points on the evening already, and you'll see some substitutions come in here for Southeastern after the first free throw. First one is up, and it is good. LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing, 217-285-2808. Trucking for all of your needs. See the Denham boys and their professional team at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. First free throw is up and good. It's a 16-7 lead. Second one off the back of the iron, no good. McClellan takes it in. Checking in is Shadrach Bizot, wearing number 2 here for the Galesburg Sophomores. Checking in for Southeastern is Owen Northern, the 5'10 junior forward wearing number 34. He's posted up against McClellan. He kicks it out to Krumer. Krumer with a nice 3-ball. Keegan Krumer knocks it down. It's a 16-10 ball game here with 1:23 to go. Galesburg has enough shooters to keep themselves in it if you leave them open. And they're doing that here in the first quarter. Tippy drives in hard. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line as Bazal is going to pick up the call here. Bazal picks up his first, team number 3, as Tippy will go to the free throw line here No points yet for Griffin Tippy tonight. 1:14 left to go here in the opening frame. First free throw is up, and it is good. Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offering quality concrete for your new build. Driveways, decorative patios, sideways, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete is ready to serve you. 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. First one is in, second one is not. Rebound comes down to the streaks, and Krumer will take it across the time stripe. Man-to-man look here from Southeastern. We've seen them bounce around from a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone into some man-to-man here through the week. Less than a minute to go in the opening frame. Akers got his hands on it. He goes and collides, and he's going to get the foul call as he and Kavunia went diving for the loose ball. First of the quarter for Southeastern. Watson will check back in. Bazal will check his seat. He'll be the inbounds man here for Galesburg. 7-point deficit for the Streaks. Trying to close in. They will have the basketball to begin the second quarter, buying a tie-up or change of possession. They get the basketball into McClellan, 10 feet out, guarded by Tippy. Skips it back over to Krumer. Krumer off the side of the iron, no good. Loose ball gets picked up by Watson. Second chance here for Galesburg. Kavunia drives in up at the right hand, no good. Can't find the iron there. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Southeastern basketball. Checking in here for Southeastern is Jaron Henry, the lanky 6'3" junior guard wearing number 5. As Carter Hitz will take a seat here. He adds a lot of length and a little bit of shooting ability here to this Southeastern lineup. They get the basketball into him, gets tipped away from Watson. Now to Akers. Cross court up to the top of the key to Fry. 15 seconds left here in the first. Northern with the basketball, guarded out by Kavunia. They whip it around to Akers, top of the key, 7 seconds. Spin move, free throw jumper gets blocked by McClellan. Now Northern gets it to Fry in the corner. Fry's three is no good. Akers comes flying in, won't get it up before the buzzer, and that ends our first quarter. Southeastern 17, Galesburg 10. It's been a fun first quarter. Come back for the second one here in 60 seconds.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Suns are on top 17-10 after one quarter. Jared French has all of your shooting statistics after 8 minutes.
First for Galesburg, they were 4 for 7 from the field and have yet to attempt a free throw. The Suns are 7 for 12 from the floor and 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
Galesburg has yet to get to the free throw line because they've had a lot of trouble getting that basketball inside, and that's due in part to that Southeastern defense. We told you in the pregame as it's a kicked ball by Tippy. These guys get their hands in the passing lanes. They're able to quickly close out. And against some of these younger guards, they're going to have the advantage here more often than not. And Galesburg may have to rely a little bit more on its outside shooting presence here this evening. Krumer will drive baseline this time, gets the advantage, gets closed out, though, as Fry was able to come help on the double team. And now they get it to Kavunia. Kavunia on the right wing. Here comes the pick from Pickrell. Nothing there as they'll rotate back to the big Tiger Paw here at Beardstown High School. This is a big gym. Jared says it can hold 2,200 people. It would be a heck of an environment if it did. Kavunia with the basketball, drives into the free throw lane, nothing there, whips it back over to Krumer. Galesburg very content here to work the basketballs. They've held the ball now for 45 seconds. Shot clock enthusiasts rejoice. Get it into McClellan, goes up high over Fry, and a nice move by Raheem McClellan, extending and getting over the big lanky Mason Fry for 2 there. It's a 17-12 ball game. Southeastern now with the basketball. Man-to-man look here from Galesburg. Cross-court pass over to Rigg on the left side. Henry in the post, nothing there. Rigg takes a couple of dribbles, drives into the lane, kicks it back out. 3-ball on the way from Mason Fry off the side of the iron, no good. Henry fights for the loose ball. He gets it, tosses it into Tippy. Tippy goes in. Battles up against McClellan, can't finish on the layup try. It's a loose ball, they fight for it. McClellan gets his hands on it, so do Tippy, and the officials say jump ball. Suns will retain possession here. Carter Hitz is going to check back in for Southeastern. Checking in for the first time for Galesburg, it's the freshman shooter, number 1, Gabe Irizarry. And they say Gabe's going to have something on his wrist he needs to get rid of there real quick. And Southeastern will inbound here. They quickly get the ball into Hitz. Hitz has really done a nice job this week of getting the basketball into that post position, being contested and finishing high up in the air. And Carter Hitz has 2 more, give him 4 points here on the evening. It's a 19-12 basketball game, 6:12 left to go here in the first half. Watson picked up his dribble, gives it back to the point guard Krumer. Flashing on the baseline is Irizarry. He's a shooter you got to keep an eye on in this Galesburg squad. Gets tipped away, now it gets stolen by Hitz. Here comes Southeastern. Hitz with it. Double team, goes up high off the glass, and a nice little shot by Carter Hitz. The bank is open in Southeastern. 21-12 advantage for the Suns. Krumer takes the basketball, guarded by Rigg out at the Tiger Paw. Drives onto the right side, now Fry takes over. Watson, 3-ball on the way, goes off the iron, no good. Krumer comes down with the rebound. Second chance here for Galesburg. Watson picks up his dribble. Now he's got to get rid of it. Kavunia comes over to get it. Galesburg a little bit overloaded. Now they get some spacing. Irizarry, 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Griffin Tippy. He'll push the tempo here for Southeastern. Gets by 1 defender, goes up against 2. McClellan gets a nice block. Here comes Galesburg now. Kavunia with it. They want to run. Tried to go behind the back dribble, and Tippy was right there to pick it up. It'll be a steal for Southeastern. Halfway through the quarter here nearly, and no team fouls yet in the quarter. We reset those at the start of every quarter. 5 team fouls means you go to the line for double bonus. There is no more 1-and-1 here in the land of Lincoln. Fry now at the left elbow. Guarded by McClellan. He'll slowly kick out as Southeastern very content here to work for a patient shot. They work it into Akers. Akers goes up against McClellan. Back-to-back blocks now for the big man from Galesburg. And the Streaks will get another one. Here comes Krumer, finds Watson. His short jumper no good. Akers comes down with the rebound. Rigg with it. Drives in between everybody in a white jersey. Goes up and under with the reverse layup. No good. Krumer with it. Kicks out Irizarry. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebound takes a bounce and falls into the hands of Krumer. Galesburg gets another offensive rebound and a second shot here. They trail by 9. 3:51 left to go here. Watson thought about the 3 and he shakes his foot. And the officials see him drag that left foot. It'll be a turnover against Galesburg. Bizow will check back in here for the Silver Streaks. Irizarry will take a seat. Henry will check back in, and Tippy will get a breather and a bottle of water. Southeastern basketball, they'll inbound in front of their own bench here as they see some extended pressure coming from Galesburg, as Shadrach Bizow will be the man trying to guard Owen Rigg. Rigg is already committed to play collegiate baseball. Turned out to be a pretty good basketball player as well. Nice little jump stop from Hitz. Jumper does not fall though. Galesburg gets the rebound, and here comes Krumer. Nice ball movement here from Galesburg. 3-ball from Watson can't find the mark, and Hitz will grab a board. You can tell where Carter Hitz is at all times with those bright, bright yellow shoes. Akers, ball fake. Over to Fry now. Southeastern gets into an offensive set here. Akers thought about the 3-ball, drives into the lane, tries to dump it down into Henry. Now he picks it over to Hitz. Nice play as Carter Hitz is going to get the 2 and the chance for the 3-point play on the nice assist there from Aiden Akers. You check it out here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. He picks it over to Hitz. Nice play as Carter. Now Hitz will go to the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. For Hitz, he's got 8 points here tonight. Trying to make it 9. Free throws up, off the iron, no good. Fight for the loose ball, rebound comes out, and it's going to go out of bounds as number 15, Sean Taylor, who just checked into the basketball game, tried to save it, and unfortunately threw it in the wrong direction. 2:48 left to go here in the opening half. Suns lead 23-12. They've got the ball, and they inbound it to Fry. Rigg flashing high, nothing there. Fry will take a couple of dribbles, gives it off to the senior guard. He'll dribble into double coverage. Now they get it to Akers. He'll drive in hard, up with the right hand. Nice move from Akers. Can't finish, though. It's a loose ball rebound, comes down to Kavunia. He'll dribble quickly, and he gets tied up with Mason Fry, and they say that'll be a foul against Fry. First foul of the quarter here against Southeastern. Fry will pick it up. It's going to be his first, and Mark Harden wants a full timeout. It's an Adams Networks timeout. Reliable, worry-free internet that doesn't buffer and can handle whatever life throws at you. Adams Fiber is your go-to. They're local, and they provide the ultimate internet experience available. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more. You're watching Central Illinois Sports. We're back in 30 seconds.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
We will pay the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now.
It is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
It gives you protection with credit monitoring.
So the peace of mind of that's very nice.
Coming back to live action here shortly out of the timeout is Mark Harden, wanted to talk things over with his Silver Streaks. They now trail by 11 here with 2:30 remaining in the first half. Once we get to the halftime break, we'll tell you about everything that's happened so far in the Little Jess halftime show. Kavunia will inbound in front of the Southeastern bench, and he finds the point guard in Krumer. Still a man-to-man look here from Southeastern. At the free throw line is McClellan, bodies up against Akers. Can't find anything there as Galesburg will reset. Down in the corner is Sean Taylor, baseline drive. Gets into triple team coverage, and he's got to find a way out, and there's no way out. Rigg got his hands on it, and Rigg had his foot on the out-of-bounds line, so it's going to remain Galesburg basketball. As Tippity checks back in, Henry will take a seat. And Demetrius Watson will be the trigger man here. Kruger pops out, nothing there. They thought about Taylor at the block. Instead, they throw it back to midcourt where they find Kavunia. Demetrius Watson, baseline drive, gets Tippy up in the air, high off the glass, no good. McClellan gets a rebound. He can't finish either. Rebound came down to Fry. Here comes Southeastern. Hits with the basketball, drives baseline against Krumer, goes up with the contact, and they say that's going to be a little bit of an elbow from Hitz. It'll be an offensive foul against Carter Hitz. His first team second, as Owen Northern is going to take a check in here. And getting a quick break will be Owen Rigg. Owen for Owen. 30 for 30. The ESPN special. McClellan with the basketball guarded by Akers. He'll get it back to the top of the key. That's Watson. A lot to like about this Galesburg squad, folks. They are young, and as young squads do, is now they get the basketball in McClellan. They do tend to turn it over sometimes. This team can shoot. This team works hard, and they're able to find themselves in some positions to compete here. Tippy, three ball on the way is no good. McClellan gets the rebound. Down into the corner is Watson. Wanted to drive baseline against Akers. Nothing was there as we've got 1:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Owen Northern trying to body up against the big man and McClellan to prevent anything going into the post. Here comes Watson. Spots up from 15. No good. Northern comes down with the rebound. Excuse me, that's Carson Kerr. The 5'9 junior, number 35 is Carson Kerr. Northern was out earlier. .39 seconds left to go here as Tippy takes a few dribbles, gets it over to Kerr. And now he gets an entry pass into the free throw line to hit. Spots up. Front of the iron is no good. Sean Taylor comes down with it and gets it to Watson. 7 seconds left to go, And Galesburg's going to try and get one here. They'll also get the ball to begin the third quarter, barring a tie-up or a change in possession. Everybody around the perimeter. McClellan, the man inside, as we get to 13 seconds. Krumer with the basketball. He'll reset on the left side, as so does Galesburg's offense. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 3. Krumer's got to do something. They get it over. Kavunia drives in. Somebody's got to get a shot up. They don't do it at the end. Kerr comes up with it. And we've reached the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. After 2 quarters, the Southeastern Suns 23, the Galesburg Sophomore Silver Streaks 12. We'll be back with halftime stats and more coming up in 2 minutes.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
We welcome you back on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. Little Jess in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. You can learn more online at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see the guys in person at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Tell them the gang from Central Illinois Sports sent you. Southeastern leads the Galesburg Sophomores 23-12 here after 2 quarters of play. Mr. Jared French has all of your statistics from the first half.
First for Galesburg, they were 5 for 14 from the field for 35%. They're led in scoring by Kellen with 6, Watson with 3, and Krummer with 3. Southeastern is 10 for 23 from the floor for 43%. And 2 for 6 from the free throw line for 33%. They are led in scoring by Carter Hitz with 8, Owen Rigg with 6, Mason Fry with 4, Griffin Tippy with 3, and Aiden Akers with 2.
Well, it's been a good first half here. You've seen a lot of good things actually on both sides. Galesburg has not put up a ton of points, but what you have seen is some nice, patient ball handling from this Galesburg squad. It would be very easy for this young squad to get frustrated from the Southeastern defense, force some things in, maybe turn the ball over a few more times than they have, but we've really seen a lot of patience here from Mark Harden's squad. And, of course, this squad is able to knock down some threes, and that's really what's got them some points on the board here. They may have to do that just a little bit more to try and get Southeastern out of that packed lane. On the opposite side for the Southeastern Suns, they have forced a lot of turnovers here. We've seen a lot of nice things out of Carter Hitz. Number 13 has had a nice night in the paint, going up against some outsized guys here. Guys that are a little too tall, but he's found some ways to get the basketball up and off the glass and in. Again, you see that really stalwart squad with Owen Rigg and Griffin Tippy in the middle, really leading the charge here. And that's what's bolstered the Suns out to an 11-point lead. You're watching the Little Jess halftime show here on Central Illinois Sports. When we come back, we'll tell you a little bit more and get you ready for Game 3 here tonight. You're watching it all live from the Beardstown Tiger Classic here on Central Illinois Sports.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls, and Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Stottsy Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stottsy Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stottsy Automotive and Tire.
Welcome you back on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. LittleJessMotor.com for your next vehicle purchase, or go see the guys in person at 3431 Main Street here in Quincy. Ramsey Fry, we see getting a seat here in the Beardstown Gymnasium. You might remember him from that deep super sectional run that Southeastern had just a couple of years ago, eventually losing to the Liberty Eagles in what was a heck of a contest and a heck of a season for Southeastern. We saw Ramsey Fry really step up when Danny Stevens had some injury time during that season. And, of course, now with the departure of Danny Stevens, you see a lot of guys on this Augusta Southeastern squad really stepping up. Guys like Owen Rigg, Griffin Tippy, Aiden Akers, Mason Fry, the rest of a squad that has really started to answer some questions this season about what would Southeastern look like after the graduation of Danny Stevens. And it's a very fair question to ask. A once-in-a-generational player for a school like Danny, now down in the bench at Mizzou right now, enjoying his collegiate experience. But the nice thing, if you're a Southeastern fan, is to see the efforts and the hard work that these guys are putting in here in the Suns jerseys. They lead by 11 against the Galesburg Sophomores. Winner will go to the third-place game here tomorrow night, where they will face the Unity Mustangs. Third game tonight coming up will be the host school, the Beardstown Tigers, taking on the Brown County Hornets. Beardstown kind of in the catbird seat right now to punch their ticket to the championship, where the winner will face the West Central Cougars out of this pool. Brown County Hornets hoping to shake some things up after a couple of rough outings to start this season, and they'll be hoping to upset the host school here coming up in our 8 p.m. nightcap. We remind you that Central Illinois Sports will be the exclusive home for IESA State Tournament basketball and volleyball action coming up here in this scholastic year. We begin that next weekend with 7th grade girls state tournament quarterfinals and semifinals. We will have staff at all 4 classes bringing you all the action. You can access that here on Central Illinois Sports. Now we remind you there's a special paywall behind that. So to learn how to get subscribed now, visit our video online. Charlie Hull's got a nice little tutorial on how you can get signed up now to access all of that content coming up here for the 7th and 8th grade girls state tournaments coming up here on Central Illinois Sports. We get you ready for the third quarter here. It's going to be Silver Streaks basketball to begin the third frame here. And we'll get things reset on the fouls and the quarters for you. It's going to be the starting 5 back on the court for Galesburg, starting 5 back on the court here for Southeastern. Galesburg trails by 11. They've got the basketball first here to begin the third frame. Krumer with it, drives on the left side. Rebound, no good. Rebound comes down to Fry, and he's going to get fouled by Watson. That'll be a quick foul against Galesburg. First team foul of the quarter. It'll be Watson's second. And we'll see what Southeastern can do on their first offensive possession of the half. With the basketball now down in the corner is Owen Riggs. Zips it into Fry. Nice little Fry basket from Rigg. We'll get it out of my mouth here eventually. It's a 25-12 advantage now for the Suns. Over to the right side, this is Watson. Welcome flashes high, nothing there on the left side as they get it to Kavunia. Now they dip it back down into McClellan. McClellan goes up, gets the basket, and let's check that out on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Welcome flashes high, nothing there on the left side as they get it to Kavunia. Now they dip it back down into McClellan. McClellan goes up there as Fry will pick up the foul. His second, team first. And going to the line for one is Rocky McClellan. Takes an extra dribble. Eyes it up. Free throws no good. Rebound comes down to Tippy. It's an 11-point advantage again for the Suns. Akers with the basketball. Guarded tightly by Welcome, and now it's going to be a foul, blocking foul on Pierre Welcome, as Akers was able to find a seam on the baseline. First foul against Welcome, second of the quarter against Galesburg. Sean Taylor will check back in for the Streaks, as Welcome will take a quick break and consult with the coaching staff. First minute gone by here in the third quarter. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports. Brian Shoemaker, Jared French, and Gavin Hilgenbrink, your crew here tonight, as we have been all week at Beardstown. Tippy, 18-foot jumper, no good. Rebound came down to Hitz, and Hitz has just been a force in there tonight. Offensive rebound to the putback for Hitz. Give him 10 in double figures. And it's a 27-14 lead here for the Suns. Cross-court pass is stolen away from Tippy. He'll slow things down at midcourt. And now he's got to get rid of it to Rigg. Bryan hits in the post. Akers on the left wing. Now the right wing pass goes out to Tippy. He knocks it down for three.
That's a 3 for Griffin.
Tippy gets the triple. Rigg gets the dime. And it's a 30-14 advantage here for the Southeastern Suns. 6:13 left to go in the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Akers will get whistled for the foul here. Second team foul for Southeastern. Second for Akers. Irizarry will check back in for Galesburg along with Shadrach Bazau, number 2. As Kavunia takes a seat. I did not see who grabbed the bench. I believe Sean Taylor did for Galesburg as well. Krumer will take the basketball. The sophomore guard takes a few dribbles. Thinks about the right side. Instead goes back to Irizarry on the left. He's stopped by Fry after a couple of dribbles and has to get rid of it. Rocky McClellan trying to get the basketball. He's guarded up against Akers. Goes in. Cross-court pass out to Krumer. His three is no good. Fight for the rebound, and Watson's going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar there.
On number 20, Demetrius Watson,
his third, team third. So Watson's got 3 fouls. First player with any critical foul trouble here in the contest. And they're going to let McClellan get his shoe tied. Kavunia is going to check in here. Watson will make his way to the bench. It's a bit of a quiet crowd here tonight. As we get ready for the nightcap here, as they get the basketball to Rigg. Jumper is no good and blocked again by McClellan. That's at least his third that we can remember. The big man, Rocky McClellan, is long, lanky, and able to get his hands on the basketball. Cavunia tried to force it back into McClellan. It was in triple coverage. Gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Galesburg basketball. Krumer with it now. About 25 feet away from the basket as he whips it over to Cavunia on the left side. Drives baseline, nothing there. It's back to Krumer. Leaning three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Tippy. He fell as he grabbed it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Silver Streaks basketball here. It's been a nice start to the quarter here for the Southeastern Suns as they've extended their lead now out to 16. Galesburg trying to claw back into that one here with this possession. Bizau with the basketball. He's knocked down some threes on Wednesday night. Cavunia with it, now guarded out by Tippy. They get it into McClellan, and Rigg comes in and sweeps it away. Steal for the Suns. Tippy out to Rigg. He'll take a few dribbles, thinks about the lane. Instead, they whip it around the perimeter to Hitz. Rigg saw that inbounds pass coming to McClellan and just swiped it away. Akers with it now as Hitz posts up. Nothing there, and they'll work the basketball back outside and reset. It's Fry now, baseline against McClellan. Goes up, ball fake up with the right hand off the glass and good. Nice move for Mason Fry as he's able to get McClellan in the air and get the easy basket. It's a 32-14 advantage here for Southeastern. Midway through the first quarters, we'll see Carson Kerr check back in here on the next ball, along with Jaron Henry. Bizau fires up a three from the wing, and it's good. Shadrach Bizau, he knocked two down, and Wednesday night gets one here. It's a 32-17 advantage. In and out quickly from Fry to Akers, and Akers with the answer on the give and go from Fry. 35-17 now the lead for Southeastern. It's a they call it a two-point basket. Knock it down to 34. Irizarry drives baseline, kicks it out. Bizau again. Does not find the mark there, and Tippy grabs the rebound. Tippy to Rigg. Rigg drives, nothing there. Now they get it into Hitz in the post. Two dribbles, back out to Akers. Stops and pops from 10, nothing that time. Rebound comes down to Hitz to Rigg. Tippy, three ball from the left corner. High off the glass, no good. Cavunia's got the rebound, and he just dribbles it away. And now Southeastern quickly pushes back down the court, and they'll get another shot here as Cavunia got out in front of everybody and didn't know where to go. Rigg's three will go off the rim and off the cables, and it'll go out of bounds. Henry and Kerr check back out here. As we remind you about Moose Lodge 420. Check out the Friday meals at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. New specials each week. The food is hot and the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. Tell them that Big Merle sent you. He might even buy you a drink if you find him on a good day. With the basketball now is McClellan, guarded up by Hitz, gets double teamed with Rigg. Now they kick it back out to Cavunia. They work the basketball around Krumer, three ball. No good. Rebound comes down to Bizau. He can't find the mark. Tippy with it, and here comes Southeastern pushing. 2:41 left to go here in the third quarter. Beardstown and Brown County are nightcap tonight. We'll be back here for brunch at Beardstown at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Nice move from Tippy. He can't finish on the layup. Fight for the rebound. Hitz had a hand on it. He gets loose now, and now Tippy comes up with it. He tries to throw it back down to Hitz. Went off of somebody's foot, and Galesburg comes up with it. 2:17 to go as Krumer's going to take a few dribbles here. Now they zip it into the corner. Irizarry drives in up with the left hand. Rolls around the rim, no good. McClellan comes flying in for the rebound. To Krumer. Cavunia now drives into triple coverage, gets tipped away from Tippy. He still holds on to it. Now they kick it back out. Bizau, three ball. Wow, from Bizau. He can knock him down, folks. 34-20. Southeastern with the 14-point lead in the basketball, and 1:45 left to go here in the third. Henry, free throw line, gets blocked off by Cavunia. This is Kerr, takes the dribble now, gives it over to Rigg. Cross court pass to Tippy. Suns overloaded on one side. Now Henry flashes through. Here comes Tippy. Stops, pops from 9 feet. Nothing there. McClellan gets the ball. And now Henry's going to get the foul on the pushing. First foul against Henry. Third of the quarter against Southeastern. Watson will check out for Irizarry. And Akers will come in for Tippy. 1:20 left to go here. So glad you're enjoying a wonderful Black Friday evening with us. It's cooled down just a little bit here in the land of Lincoln, and we're glad you're settled in for a nice, cozy evening of high school basketball. Rigg will get whistled for the foul here as McClellan hit the deck. It's his first, team number 4. Galesburg will be in the bonus here for the remaining 109 of the quarter, then we'll reset those fouls at the 4th. We remind you because I've got to remind myself. Cavunia with the basketball against Kerr. Takes a couple of dribbles, now passes it over to Watson on the left side. He's looking for McClellan. Now they get it back over to Cavunia. He tries to drive, trips over his own feet, loses the basketball. Here comes Akers. Akers to Kerr, to Rigg. Rigg stops, pops off the glass for 2 more. It's 36-20. Rigg's got 8 points here on the night. .40 seconds left to go here in the third. Watson drives baseline. No one there to stop him. And Demetrius Watson takes it all the way in. It's a 36-22 advantage as Watson now has 5. Mark Harden urging his team on defensively. This is Carson Kerr. Takes a dribble, gives it back to Akers in the corner. Skip pass, tried to find hits. Instead, Kerr's got it. He's going to go up with it. He loses the basketball. No call on the contact. It'll go out of bounds and remain Southeastern possession. Fry will come in here for Kerr. Gets a couple of high fives there. Nice move from Carson Kerr. Just couldn't finish. Akers with a nice spin move, rolls out of the rim, no good, won't finish there. It's going to be Rigg with the basketball, 1 second. Suns have to finish. Goes up and it's good for Owen Rigg at the buzzer. We'll take a quick look on the Northwestern Mutual replay. There. It's going to be Rigg with the basketball, 1 second. Suns have to throw line, goes up and it's good to end the first quarter. Your score after 3 quarters of play, 36-22. Suns have the lead. We're back in 60 seconds.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Southeastern up by 14 as we enter the final period. Jared French has a look at your shooting statistics.
Southeastern was 7 for 13 from the floor and 0 for 0 from the free throw line. Galesburg was 4 for 9 from the floor and 0 for 1 from the free throw line.
Pittsfield defeats Payson Seymour 71-40 to win the Saki Turkey tournament this season. They had to play an amended schedule because Camp Point Central was still busy with football, so they had to withdraw from the tournament. Saki's had an alternate plan in place just in case that happened. And then Camp Point Central goes off and wins the whole darn thing in Class 1A, defeating Lena Winslow 14-0. First time, Jared, Lena Winslow has been shut out since 2007 or 2008?
2007.
That's a long time, folks. I was a much younger man with a lot more hair on my head back then. They get it up to Hits. Free throw line jumper for Carter Hits, no good. Rebound comes down to McClellan. Galesburg trails by 16. We'll see if they can get a run here to close it up. And it's going to be a nice start for the three for Shadrach Bazau. That's his 3rd triple of the night. He knocked down 2 on Wednesday. That young man can shoot. We saw a young man last year. He is not on the roster anymore for the Galesburg Silver Streak squad. Knocked down 5.5 last season in this tournament.
He actually is, but he's playing varsity.
Well, that's what I mean. He's just not here. He's probably just on the varsity roster, yes. For Bazal, it'll be his second personal foul called. Team first of the quarter here. But, yeah, that young man came in and surprised all of us. Tippy will fire up a quick 3 on the inbounds try. No good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Bazal. He'll have to quickly get rid of it as he was double-teamed there by Hitz and Rigg. Irizarry. 3 ball from the corner, no good. Loose ball rebound is going to go out of bounds, and the officials say that it'll go to Galesburg. One of the nice things about this Sun squad so far, a lot of balanced scoring, just as we made akin to Unity in the last game. You've got 3 guys now in double figures here for Southeastern. They're going to need that type of balanced scoring once again, just like Menden Unity, to be able to compete in some of these ball games this season. Steal from Akers. Southeastern pulls out. Now it's a steal from Krumer as he intercepted the pass and saw it coming to Rigg. Still a 13-point ball game here with just under 6 minutes left to go. Irizarry tries to drive baseline. Rigg tips it away on the backdoor swipe. Tippy with it. Takes a few dribbles, surveys the scene, doesn't like what he sees, and he'll pull the basketball back out to get set. Now they dump it into Fry. Fry, quick jumper. Nothing there. And the rebound comes down to Galesburg. Krumer will push the tempo here for the Silver Streaks. Drives in. Nobody is stopping him there. And a quick 2 for Keegan Krumer. And now Brandon Gooding wants to call a Adams Network timeout. Top-notch computer sales and repair services. Adams Expert is your go-to when your computer goes down. 217-214-3423. We'll be back here in 15 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Brandon Gooding takes a timeout to talk to his Sun squad. They were up by 16. That deficit is now quickly closed to 11 on the heels of some hustle efforts here by the Silver Streaks. At the Gene Bergschneider tournament, New Berlin route leading South County 41-39 after 3 quarters. Bryson Mossman has had a heck of a start to the early season here for the Rockets. Here so far, it's been a heck of a start to Zach Evans and the West Central Cougars, along with the Beardstown Tigers. We'll see those host Tigers here coming up in the nightcap, scheduled for around 8 o'clock. Akers has got the basketball. He gets it over to Tippy on the right side. Flashing in is Rigg. Stops at the elbow, picks it up at the free throw line. Akers thought about the 3, drives in, kicks it out to Tippy on the right side. Now flashing his hits. Nothing there. He draws the double team, and now it leaves a lane for Rigg. He can't find the shot. 4:52 left here in the contest. Whips it back over. Rigg will drive in again. Stops and pops from 12. Nothing that time, and it's going to be a loose ball chased down by Hitz. He's in the corner. Southeastern will reset and give it another try here. Give and go on the cross-court pass, intercepted by Krumer. The young man gets his hands on it. Here comes Keegan Krumer. Larceny goes up for the layup and gets swatted by Tippy. He'll pick it up, and here comes McClellan with it. Top of the key is not where Rakeem McClellan normally plays. Now they'll work to get him set. Demetrius Watson says, find yourself into the post, young man. Cavunia with the basketball on the left side. Back over to Krumer on the right. They're trying to find McClellan. He's guarded up by Hitz, and now that one's intercepted by Tippy. Tippy with the basketball. Taking a few extra dribbles, drives into the left side of the lane. It's going to be Hitz from 17. In and out, no good. Tippy will come down with the rebound. Tries to muscle it back up, and he does. Gets the offensive rebound and the putback. And Griffin Tippy puts it in. Mark Harden wants to take an Adams Network timeout. We'll take it too. Southeastern 38, Galesburg Sophomores 27. We'll be back with more fourth quarter play-by-play here in a minute.
Rewards checking, I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
They have 3 requirements each month, and if they meet those requirements, we will pay them the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now.
At this time, it is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
It gives you protection with credit monitoring, cell phone protection.
Prevent identity theft at a reasonable cost.
it's watching out for you.
And every 90 days you get an update on it. So the peace of mind of that's very nice.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
We are betting the gang at Jersey's has probably been a little bit busy this weekend, Jared. They'll be celebrating a state championship in the Camp Point area all weekend long after the Panthers win 14-0 over Lena Winslow. Camp Point Central basketball, Jared, is scheduled to start on Monday. They're supposed to play the Brown County Hornets on Monday and then play Biggsville West Central on Tuesday. They had something similar last year when they were in the state championship. Came back out and lost by just about 10 to Brown County with literally no practices. Galesburg will pick up the foul here. It's going to be a foul on McClellan. His first personal foul, team second. Bazau will check back in here for Galesburg. Kavunia will take a seat. But we'll see how that Central squad starts off the season here, just coming up back-to-back games on Monday and Tuesday. James Barnett and the squad return some great players and a lot of players from that football team as well. Akers has the basketball here as Southeastern is up by 13 with 3 minutes remaining here in the contest. Rigg with it. Patiently surveying the landscape here in Beardstown. Gets it to Hitz. His free throw jumper from the left elbow is no good. Tippy gets it. Tippy goes up high off the glass and gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Good by Griffin Tippy. He goes to the line for the and one. Fouls on number 32, Rakim.
McClellan will pick up the foul. For Tippy, that's going to be 10 points on the night. 10 points also for Rigg, 10 points for Fry. 10 points for Hitz. Is that right, Jared? 10 points for everybody right now. Free throw is no good for Tippy. Hitz will get it. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Carter Hitz is going to go line for 2 shots. Fouls on number 32, Rakim.
So McClellan quickly picks up another. That's going to be his third, team number 4. Suns will be in bonus here for the remainder of the contest. That's 2 minutes and 42 seconds. First free throw is up and no good. Pike County Concrete. When you need concrete for your next job, give the guys at Pike County Concrete a call. 217-285-5548. Locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville for Pike County Concrete. Both free throws up and no good. Akers got it. He couldn't finish. Fry comes back in on the second offensive rebound, and he puts it in. It's a 44-27 advantage here for the Suns. Winner will take on Unity at 2 p.m. tomorrow in the third-place contest. Loser will fall to the fifth-place game, scheduled to tip off at 12:30. We'll be here beginning at 10:45 as we'll bring you the seventh-place contest at 11 and work yourself all the way down to the championship, scheduled to begin at 3:30 p.m. Rigg on the pass. Almost intercepted by Krumer. Tippy got it. Missed the layup as he was a little off balance, and now we get a jump ball situation here. And the possession arrow will favor the Silver Streaks. So in the opposite pool, it's Rushville Industry, West Central, Hartsburg, Emden, and Unity. In this pool, it is Galesburg, Beardstown, Brown County, and Southeastern. As the shot from Krumer rolls in and out, McClellan goes up with it. He gets the shot and gets fouled by Hitz. West Central is 3-0. They've already punched their ticket to the championship game. Menden Unity has solidified its spot in the third place contest. Hartsburg-Emden falls to the 7th place contest tomorrow. Rushville Industry will be in the 5th place game from the opposite pool. We still have a little bit of things to sort out here in this side. As the first free throw is up and good for McClellan. For McClellan, give him 9 points. Jaron Henry will check out hits here for the Suns. 1:45 left to go in this one. When we're done, we'll wrap it up with the Illini Community Hospital postgame show and get you ready for our last game here of pool play between Beardstown and Brown County. Second free throw is up and no good. Tippy with the rebound. Henry flashing. Akers goes baseline instead. Takes it up strong in the right-hand runner. No good. Henry came down with it. Couldn't get the ball up past his waist with a little bit of contact there from Galesburg. Krumer with it now. Drives into the free throw lane. Pulls the basketball back out with $1:20 to go. Northern and Kerr will check in for Southeastern on the next dead ball. And we're going to get a quick little timeout from Mark Harden simply for substitution's sake. So Kerr and Northern will check in for Southeastern. Checking in for Galesburg is going to be Jacoby Thomas, number 4, the sophomore guard, along with Marquise Horn, sophomore guard, number 33. Number 5, Elijah Peterson, checks in for Galesburg. Also checking in here for Southeastern is number 14, the 5'10 senior guard, James Landon, wearing number 14. And also checking in is number 22, the 5'10 sophomore, Tristan Hester. Demetrius Watson with the basketball, dribbles to the free throw line, gives it out. Bazal fires up another one in and out, almost in. Ball fight for here on the ground, and it's going to be Watson losing it out of bounds as he hustled to try and get it back into play. Instead, his foot finds the sideline. Irizarry will check back in, and Watson will sit down. A lot to like out of this Galesburg sophomore squad. A little overmatched here from the senior leadership and a little bit of extra strength and muscle from Southeastern, but these kids do a lot right through the course of a game and a whole week against varsity competition, including the state-ranked West Central Cougars. Ball is fought for on the floor as Henry trying to go up with it. He'll draw the foul. Foul is going to go against Elijah Peterson. That's going to be his first. Team 5th of the quarter here against Galesburg means we'll go to free throws.
That is the bonus. Elijah's first, team 5th.
The officials have to remind themselves just as much as we do up here, Jared.
Yes, they do.
So we'll get the guys reset here. As we remind you, when we get to 5 team fouls, we go to 2 shots. There are no more 1-and-1 situations here in Illinois basketball, whether that is collegiate, pro, high school, or middle school. Henry's first free throw is up and no good. LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing, 217-285-2808. Trucking for all of your needs. See the Dunham boys and their professional team in Pike County at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. Both free throws no good. Fight for the ball, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Irizarry. He'll push it up here for the Silver Streaks with 42 seconds left to go in the contest. Bazal fires up another one. Goodness gracious. Shadrach Bazal knocks down his 3rd triple of the ball game. It's a 44-31 advantage here. And Bazal now quickly has 12 points. He may have knocked down 4. Has he knocked down 4 3-pointers? Thank you. Jared corrects me. 4 3-pointers. He's got 12 points. They get the ball now down into the hands of Hester. He kicks it back out to Northern. Northern shot up and good. Owen Northern drives hard and gets one in. 46-31 with 7 seconds left to go. Irizarry takes a few dribbles. Who will fire one more up for the Streaks? It'll be Irizarry. He knocks down a 2-pointer, and that'll be our last basket of the contest. Your final score, the Southeastern Suns 46, the Galesburg sophomore Silver Streaks 33. Southeastern improves to 2-1 in pool play. They'll come back to the 3rd place contest tomorrow against Menden Unity. The Galesburg Silver Streaks will fall down to the 12:30 p.m. contest in the 5th place game. We've reached the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. When we come back, final statistics and more as we wrap one up here from Beardstown.
Once or twice a year I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So So you know what that is.
What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
Hey, grab me one too.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon. I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Augusta Southeastern punches its ticket to the third place contest with a 46-33 win over the Galesburg sophomore squad. Jared French has all of your final statistics from this one. 34, excuse me.
First for the Southeastern Suns, they finished the game 13 of 30 from the floor for 43% and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. They were led in scoring by Shadrach Bazal with 12, McClellan with 9, Watson with 5, Crummer with 5, and Rosari with 3. For Southeastern, they were led in scoring by Mason Fry with 12, Carter Hitz with 10, Owen Rigg with 10, Griffin Tiffey with 10, Aiden Akers with 4, and Owen Northern with 2. The Suns finished the game 22 of 50 from the field for 44% and 2 for 11 from the free throw line for 18%.
Time to name our player of the game, brought to you by Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement that our young athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. With such balanced scoring and really a nice all-around defensive effort from the Suns, it's really tough to kind of pinpoint one guy here tonight in the black jerseys that you'd really like to isolate as the player of the game. But I really think Aiden Akers really showed up tonight, had a lot of nice offensive rebounds, really put some things into perspective here tonight as he was able to penetrate on the baseline, make some nice moves in the post, and open some things up for the rest of his teammates here to make things pretty easy tonight for Southeastern. We're going to name Aiden Akers our Derek Harris, Edward Jones financial advisor, player of the game here tonight for game number 2. We are going to take a quick moment to take a break. We're going to step aside to give ourselves a bottle of water and catch our breath and stretch our legs. We will be back on in line in just a few moments to get you ready for game number 3 between the Beardstown Tigers and Brown County Hornets. We're coming right back here in a couple of minutes on Central Illinois Sports.